In this video, we will see how much of a role luck and risk played in the making of Microsoft, which caused the death of its third founder before the company even began. To give you some more perspective about luck and risk, imagine in an RCB game, ABD is batting on 95 of 30 balls. Suddenly, RCB starts losing wickets. The poor man ABD has to carry the team till the end. The match comes down to the last ball and 2 runs of 1 ball is required. ABD gets a full toss, tries to hit a 6 but gets out. RCB loses the match. It is possible that ABD made a bad decision by trying to hit a 6 instead of trying for a single and drawing the match. But it is also possible that he made a good decision that had a 90% chance of going for a 6, but he just happened to be in the unfortunate 10% where he got out. Did he make a mistake or did he just experience the reality of risk? Gates was just 13 years old when he met his partner Paul Allen. Both of them went to the Lakeside School just outside Seattle. The math and science teacher, Mr. Dougal, believed that book study was not enough without real-world experience, so he petitioned to the school to use the excess funds to a Teletype Model 30 computer hooked up from GE, basically a really old computer. In a time where most universities and schools did not know what a computer was, Gates and Allen had access to it, and that too in their 8th grade. During one of their late night sessions, showing him a Fortune magazine and saying, "What do you think it's like to run a Fortune 500 company?" Little did they know that half a century later, their company Microsoft would be worth more than $1 trillion. Let's do some math here. In 1968, there were around 303 million people who were eligible to go to high school in the world, and about 18 million of them lived in the US. About 270,000 of them live in the state of Washington, and little over 100,000 of them lived in the Seattle area. Hold on, there's some point to this. Guess how many of them attended the Lakeside School? Only 300. The number we started was with 303 million, and now we're ending with just 300. 1 in a million students attended the high school that had the combination of cash and foresight to buy a computer. Bill Gates and Paul Allen happened to be the few of the students going to that school. Gates and Allen were extremely smart and were even more hardworking, but in the end, they did have a 1 in a million head start by going to that very school. There was another friend of Gates and Allen. Though this friend of theirs did experience the 1 in a million chance like Gates and Allen did by joining the school, but he also happened to experience the other side of the coin, risk. Bill Gates and Paul Allen became household names due to the Microsoft success, but back at Lakeside, there was a third member of the computer prodigy gang, Kent Evans. Kent and Gates became the best of friends in 8th grade, and the two of them spoke for a ridiculous amount of time on the phone discussing a lot of things. Kent was as skilled with computers as Gates and Allen, and unlike Allen, Kent shared Bill's business mind with endless ambition. The three of them would always dream about how their lives would be 5 to 6 years in the future, and knew that whenever, wherever and whatever they did, they would do it together. In Inside Bill's Brain, the Netflix show, Gates even said that they would have kept working together and was sure that they would go to Harvard together. Kent could have been a founding partner of Microsoft with Gates and Allen, but that did not happen. Let me tell you why. Every year, there are around 3 dozen mountaineering deaths in the US. The odds of being killed on a mountain in a high school are roughly 1 in a million. Kent Evans happened to be that one guy in a million to die in mountaineering accident, and this happened even before he graduated high school. On one hand, Bill and Allen experienced the 1 in a million luck by ending up at Lakeside, whereas on the other, Evans experienced the 1 in a million risk by ending up at Lakeside and never getting a chance to finish what Allen and Gates set out to achieve. If you think about it, it is the same force of the same magnitude, but both are working in opposite directions. When things are going extremely well, realize it's not as good as you think. You're not invincible. If you acknowledge that luck brought your success, then you have to believe luck's cousin, risk, which can turn your story around as quickly.